So today I'm gonna just quickly be talking about how to get a job fast, only because I keep seeing like so many people on my Facebook and stuff who clearly don't have a job and clearly can't find one because they're always asking other people where they should look and nobody seems to ever have the answer. So, and I have my list of stuff that I'm gonna tell you guys. So,
it's so awkward because I know my mom can hear me. Alright, so anyway.
Yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. I know a lot of people have trouble finding jobs, especially at a younger age, especially when you have no experience. So, I'm only 19, but I've had a million and one jobs. I've worked at Sonic in North Carolina, Target, Chipotle, Wendy's, was restaurant before, cleaner at this YP program, Dick's Sporting Goods, at another Sonic in between there when I got a job at Abercrombie before, and then I've worked as a sales rep. So I've had all those jobs, and I always seem to land my job super fast. First and foremost, it is February 7th. I'm not sure when this video will be up, but today is February 7th. Now, if you guys are planning on getting a summer job for when you're out of school, then apply right now. Everybody hates filling out applications online. Usually you have to get online and you have to fill out all of your information. Sometimes they ask you to attach a resume. Sometimes you have to do a questionnaire, and then the questionnaire usually takes about another 20 to 30 minutes. And even if you take the questionnaire, it's not even guaranteed that you get an interview. And I know that can be super frustrating because you spend however long looking for a job, or you apply to one job and after you apply to that application, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even feel like applying to any more places. So if you can apply in person, apply in person. It is the best thing to do. It eliminates all the questions that you have to answer online. Also, it puts a face to the name of the person on the application. When you do go in to apply for a job, always go in wearing something, even if it's not like dressed up or anything, always go in there covered up. You don't want to go in there with like a crop top and little ripped up shorts, or you don't want to go in there with like your pants sagging and all that stuff, because it just shows the employer who you are outside of work. There's nothing wrong with wearing crop tops or shorts with rips in it or anything, but you don't want to present yourself like that to your employer. So yeah, when you do go in to apply for a job, look presentable. Try to meet the manager, try to meet the hiring manager if you can, if it's not a busy time or anything, because again, like I said, it puts a face to the name, and that could be your first impression, and you very much could get an interview right on the spot. So yeah, applying in person is always better. Now, it's always nice to have a resume. It has your address, it has your phone number, it has all of your previous work experience. Well, not all your previous, it doesn't have to be all of them, because if you're like me, you worked a whole bunch of places. Of course, I'm not gonna list every single place. Your volunteer work, your skills, your certifications, and your references. For skills, a lot of people don't realize that what they have is a skill, or they overdo it and they end up looking like they don't really have any skills at all. So when I'm listing my skills, even in an interview or anything, I'm hardworking. You can say you're dedicated, but don't lie about it. Obviously, don't lie. But I'm hardworking, dedicated. I have very good communication skills. I'm a fast learner. I'm a people's person. All that stuff, they're skills that jobs do look for. If you have great customer service, all that stuff. If you don't really have any job experience, it can always be hard to try to think of these things. Because I know when I first started out looking at a job, I didn't really know these things. So for your references, you can always use if you play sports, you can use your coaches, your guidance counselor if you're still in school, your favorite teachers. If you do have job experience, your previous employers / co-workers, and if all else fails, you can just use family, friends. I wouldn't recommend using family. If you do use family, don't make it obvious that they're your family. Like use aunts or something that don't have your last name, stuff like that, so they don't know that you guys are related. Hopefully you're a good enough person that you have at least 3 people in the world who can say something nice about you to increase your chances of getting a job. If you don't have any work experience whatsoever, the best thing to do is to go volunteer. If you leave your previous work experience blank, 9 times out of 10, they're just gonna toss your application in the trash and they're gonna move on to somebody who does have either previous work experience or volunteer experience. You can volunteer at places like Goodwill, food banks, your local recreational center, your local Y, hospitals, retirement homes. Any places that really need help, stuff like that, you can always find. Or called back for an interview. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. Dang, what was I about to say? Oh, so first, the biggest places, I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but the biggest places that I usually take to look at to find jobs. The company websites, Craigslist, Snag a Job, and Indeed are my 4 biggest places to look for jobs. The company website, duh, if you want to work at Forever 21, go to Forever 21's website and fill out their application. If you want to work at Burger King or McDonald's, Starbucks, wherever, go to their websites, go to the bottom. Usually there's somewhere where you can click careers, you click it, apply for the job, whatever. But like I said, applying online is not the best thing to do because a lot of people don't even check all their online applications anyway. For Craigslist, it's really a hit or miss for them. I like Craigslist only because a lot of the jobs are like, they get you in there really fast because 9 times out of 10 they're like desperate for people. So I've had interviews at like places that you don't even think of looking, like consultant, like business consultants offices, accounting offices, cleaning, like being like a janitor, stuff like that. Like you don't even think to have jobs like those, but Craigslist is very good to find things like that. You can like find little diners to be servers at, stuff like that. Now, you do have to be careful though because there are some of those scammers on there. I did one time, I was in a crunch for money. I had found this lady who wanted me to clean her house, well, so I thought. So she like gave me, like she's like texting me these long emails saying how she like is from Illinois and she's living there, but she's about to move back to PA with her mom, her old mom, and her daughter, or something like that. And she wanted me to clean her house first. She wanted me to clean her apartment or her house or whatever it was for 6 hours a week. And she was gonna pay me $300 every week. So I'm like, oh, that sounds like that's super quick money. Okay, you're gonna send me a check for $1,850. She, the $1,500 of $1,500 was supposed to go to her key agent, who was gonna give me the key to her apartment. $300 for me because I was getting paid up front, and then $50 for cleaning supplies. So then I like get the check in the mail via FedEx, and it didn't even look like a real check really. Like it looked like a fake check, but whatever. The moral of that was beware of people like that because those are scams. Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend doing stuff like that. But I mean, if they're you'll be able to tell who's real, who's not. For those type of places, they usually give you a number that you can call. They usually give you a number you can call for, or they'll have an email. You can just inquire with them, hey, I'm interested in the job, and they'll usually call you back or email back and forth with you, explaining the duties of the job and stuff like that. Now, another thing, when you do apply in person for a job, obviously you're gonna get your application in. Now, I wouldn't recommend calling right away, but usually after about a week, if you haven't heard back from them, I would call them. I would call them back and just say, hey, such and such, and I did put an application in on whatever day. I was just calling to check on the application, the status of the application, if you guys have seen it, and all that other stuff. That does just show the job that you are a little more interested, and you're just following up with them. Now, don't keep calling back to back to back because you don't want to look desperate for the job, but just showing that you are very interested in working with that company and such stuff like that. Your hair's not done, your face looks horrible, you got rips in your pants, all that stuff. You want to dress very modestly. If you have tattoos, try to cover those up as much as possible. If you have piercings, take them out or keep your piercings very small. Like I have a nose ring. I wear a super small stud. Stuff like that, try to minimalize it, if not completely eliminate it. You want to look very clean cut. You want to look like you keep up your hygiene, all that stuff. An employer is not going to want to hire somebody who is like dirty and they smell bad, and you want to go in there with your biggest smile because people want like friendly people. Employers want friendly people, persons, if that makes sense. And yeah, you want to, like I said, you want to promote yourself. When they're asking you questions, you want to try to keep it short and sweet. Typically people in interviews, the main questions that you'll find is, what happens if you're in a scenario like that? Now, you want to use your common sense for scenarios, and I know common sense is not so common, but just try to answer it in a way that they would want to hear it. They might ask you like your goals. If you don't have any set goals for yourself, I would advise trying to make some, because if you don't have any goals in life, then you don't really work to your full potential. So yeah, but if you don't really have any set goals, the biggest thing that companies want to see is people wanting to grow with them. So even if it's, again, somewhere like McDonald's or something, and if you don't have any plans for your future yet, just tell them that you'd even be okay with growing within the company. You could start off as a crew member and end up in management. A lot of places like McDonald's and Chipotle and stuff like that, they have like college, like they'll pay for you to go to school if you grow with them. Sometimes you can get like a company car, stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do, even working at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. all that other stuff. You just have to sell yourself right. Sometimes actually what your goal is for life, you don't want to tell them something stupid. I don't know, you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, my goal is to get pregnant at 19 and get married by 20 and like stuff like that. You should keep to yourself, you know? Yeah, and that pretty much is it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of anything else I'm leaving out, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it for entry-level jobs. Finding a career is a little more hard, but again, if you guys do want a video on that, I will be more than happy to do that. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, the comment section is down below, and I will gladly answer anybody's questions, comments, or concerns. Hate comments will be blocked. I don't have time for any mean people in my life or anything like that. I'm doing what I want to do. That's that. And yeah, constructive criticism is always appreciated as well. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to do that. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. I'm Bronze Goddess, and that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.